As one of the leading educational institutions in this country, I have seen many changes, many good and many bad. As changes are a part of every story, this is mine. I lie on the east coast of India in the small union territory of Pondicherry. I encompass 780 acres and provide educational facilities for over 5,000 students. I have gorgeous tracts of scrub forest which house various species of flora and fauna. However, at the time of my genesis, the scene was not quite that. The land here was barren. The wonderful trees and scrubs that you can see while walking down my roads did not exist. Then, as the days went by, the land became greener. Plantations were carried out and I was restored. Succession took place on my land and one tree quickly led to another and yet another, and now I am green. My lands have seen the phenomenon of nucleated succession, the result of which I am green and such a wonderful host to so many species. The common species that you can see while roaming my grounds are phoenix, which is endemic to southern India and Sri Lanka. They are drought tolerant and slow growing. Neem is a life-giving tree, one of those shade-giving trees in India. It is very common to see neem trees used as avenue trees on either side of the streets and highways. Banyan tree, Ficus bengalensis. It is a large tree and the national tree of India. It has prop roots that grow downwards and over a time establish as trunks themselves. However, the plants that are most common are the lantana and the acacia, both of which are the introduced species. Acacia is potentially an invasive species and spreads fast, especially in moderate coastal and island regions with mild climate. Lantana is a perennial flowering plant. They are native to tropical regions of America and Africa, but they exist as an introduced species in numerous areas. Lantana's aromatic flower clusters are a mix of red, orange, yellow or blue with white florets. One of the most impressive topographical features of my grounds are the ravines. The ravines house a variety of species, and a simple walk along these areas can yield a truly rich experience in watching wildlife. My lands are covered with grasslands and scrub thickets, interspersed with tall trees. The scrub forests are not wastelands, but a wonderful habitat for a variety of organisms, the loss of which would render these organisms homeless. I am lucky that so many different types of organisms have made me their home. The variety of organisms that I house on my land are numerous. I quote a few here. Coromandel marsh dot, Seragrian coromandelianum. It has a slender body and the body is green and abdomen is yellow. The wings are transparent and closed at rest. Common weaver ants, Ocophila smaragdina. These red ants are large and they live in colonies and stitch the leaves. Their bite is painful. Black ants, Campotonus compressus. They are large, black-colored ants with distinct large head. They make colonies on the ground and are ever working. Spider, Agiope amula. They are white in color with yellow and black stripes or design on the body. Its legs are large and they are found in the gardens feeding on insects. Scorpion, Lycus tricarinatus. They have a segmented, extended body with a long segmented tail that curls up with telson or the sting at the tip. Whip scorpion, Teleformus indicus. They are black in color, slender, have 4 pairs of legs. The pincers are short and the tail is whip-like and has no sting. They are nocturnal and non-poisonous. Honeybee hive. A honeycomb is a mass of hexagonal wax cells built from beeswax by honeybees to contain their larvae and stores of honey and pollen. Rock bees usually nest on the thick limbs of tall trees or on building structures. Paper wasp, Rhopaliadia marginata. It's brown color on the upper side and has yellow on the abdomen. It's very aggressive and it builds nest on buildings, tree branches which looks like paper, and the sting is painful. Stick insect. The Indian stick insect called Carausius morosus. Stick insects blend into their surroundings to camouflage itself from predators. When disturbed, the insect may drop to the ground and play dead twig for a few minutes to trick predators. Locusts, Schistocerca gregaria. Locust is the swarming phase of short-horned grasshoppers. They form bands as nymphs and swarms as adults, both of which can travel great distances, rapidly stripping fields and greatly damaging crops. Termites. Termites live in well-structured social systems, much like ants. There is a queen, a king, workers and soldiers. The soldiers defend and protect the colony from enemies. Tiger beetle, Cicindela occulata rectilatera. Its body is stout with eyes and head together, longer than thorax. Body is mostly black, but some species are brilliantly colored in violet, blue, black, and so on. Millipede. Millipedes, which have 2 pairs of legs per each body of segment and are slow movers. Most millipedes have elongated cylindrical bodies. They feed on dead and decaying plant matter. A large number of butterflies are attached to my land, and they are the tawny castor butterfly, Acrea viola, a medium-sized butterfly with both wings reddish-orange in color and has a black border, which is broad on hind wing along with white spots. Both wings have black spots. Plain tiger butterfly, Danus chrysippus, a tiny butterfly with reddish-brown color on the upper side of both the wings. Forewing with a number of white spots and a hind wing with 3 to 4 black spots. Blue tiger butterfly, Tirumala Limnias leopardus, a small butterfly, and it has blue or brown wings which are transparent, have black veins on the margins. Danide egg fly, Hypolimnus missipus. It is a male fly with black color with oval-shaped white spots on both the forewing and hind wing. It is found in moist scrub and near buildings. Yellow orange-tip butterfly, Ixias pyrini. Half of the forewings are black and the other half white, blunt and rounded. Hind wings are white with black border. The yellow-colored bands are prominent on forewings. Lemon pansy butterfly, Junonia lemonius. It's a small to medium-sized butterfly, has brown-colored wings with yellow and black spots, more so on front wings. Blue pansy butterfly, Junonia orythia. It's a small butterfly with forewings, black with distinct white and brown bands. Hind wings are blue. Both wings have orange-yellow eye spots and is common. Chocolate pansy butterfly, Junonia ephyta. Its upper side olive brown to different shades of brown with darker bands on the margins. It's generally seen near buildings and wooded plants. Common crow butterfly, Euploia cor. A chocolate brown butterfly with white spots on both forewings and hind wing. It is very common. Dark grass blue butterfly, Zizaria carsandra. It's a small butterfly with wings blue, upper side, and grey-brown on the underside. Has black and white round spots. Common sailor butterfly, Nepitis hylas. Has an upper side black with white horizontal markings. Forewing with triangular white spot. Hind wing has a white band and square spots on outer margins. Angled castor butterfly, Ariadne ariadameng. It's a brownish yellow butterfly with wavy black lines on the wings. It's mostly present at the castor plants and hence the name. Common pierrot butterfly, Castellius rosimone. It has an upper side which is white with blue base and black markings. Its underside is white with deep black markings. Common wanderer butterfly, Periromia valaria. It's a light blue to brown wings with white margin along the wings. It has white elongated dots running from the center to the apex. Common Mormon butterfly, Papilio polytes. It has an upper side which is black and forewing has a series of white or yellow spots decreasing in size towards the apex. Hind wing has a band of elongated white spots. Crimson rose butterfly, Tros hecta. It is large in size. The upper side is bluish black and forewing has irregular apical white bands. The hind wing has a marginal row of bright crimson crescent spots. Evening brown butterfly, Melanitis leda. It is a medium-sized and light brown to chocolate brown in color. It has prominent black spots and white patch in the middle. Common gull butterfly, Sipora nerissa. It is white on the upper side with grayish blue shade at the base and along the wings. Its forewing is white with yellow bands and the hind wing with triangular marginal black spots. Indian skipper butterfly, Spialia galba. It's a small-sized butterfly and has brown, black and white horizontal stripes on both the wings. Its underside is whitish or yellowish gray. Grass yellow butterfly, Eurema hecabe. It is an yellow-colored butterfly with black dots on the border of wings, and it is very common. Mottled emigrant, Catopsilia pyranthae. Its upper side is light bluish gray and underside has dark gray striations. The other organisms which become more visible after a spell of rain are the frogs. Common Indian toad, Buffo melanostictus. Its skin is reddish yellow or yellowish brown. It is coarse and appears dry and has numerous warts on the dorsal side. Indian burrowing frog, Sparotheca breviceps. It's a small orange-brown frog with marble-like dark markings on the back. There is a light band running along the mid-back on either side on the upper back. It is nocturnal and comes out of burrows to feed on insects and other soil-dwelling centipedes. Indian scattering frog, Euphylactis cyanophyctis. It is light brown in color, slimy, has brown patches on the back extending up to the legs, generally seen near water bodies like ponds, lakes and puddles. Makes a shrill continuous sound. Red rice frog, Microhyla rubra. It's a small reddish-brown frog and has a dark brown line running from the tip of the mouth along the sides to the upper side of the body. It is found on leaf litter, wet soil and near human dwellings, and it feeds on insects. Paddy cricket frog, Rana limnocaris. It is medium in size and olive or grey-brown on the back with a light yellow line in the middle of the back. It is present along the water bodies, ponds, and it feeds on insects. It gives a shrill, repeated sound. Among the soil-dwelling worms, earthworm, Lampete maruti. This farmer's friend is very common in India. The color on the upper side is light grey, light yellow or brown, with a purple tinge at the anterior end. It is used in waste recycling. The snail, Pila globosa shell, is oval with a wide opening. Color varies from olive green to grey-green. The snail moves around in wet surfaces. The birds and reptiles, too, are many in my land. The reptiles are Indian fan-throated calotes, Cetana ponticeriana. It is a fast-running lizard on the ground. Has brown color with bold black and white markings on the back. Has a long tail. The males have crimson-colored fan-like beard. Termite hill gecko. Hemidactylus triodrus. It is medium-sized and is colored brown with dark brown bands. The skin is rough and has yellow and white spots on the body. It is generally seen in crevices, walls and termite burrows. Garden lizard, Calotes versicolor. It has a large body with a slender tail. It is brownish to grey in color and has stripes all over the body including legs. Common skink, Mabuya carinata. It is a stout lizard on the ground with a brownish-green color and has light yellow-black stripes on both the sides. Bronze backtree snake, Dendrylaphus tristis. It is brown or purplish-brown back with dark brown or black stripe on either side of the body. The body is long, slender. The tail is very long, thin and non-venomous. Common sand boa, Gongilophus conicus. It is a large, non-poisonous snake. It has a brownish-grey body color with prominent dark brown irregular bands like. It feeds on birds and rodents. Red sand boa, Eryx johni. It has brownish red color all over the body with blackish brown striations on the body. The tail is blunt. It feeds on birds and rodents. Banded kukri snake, Oligodon arnensis. Its upper side color is brownish to yellow and has 15 to 20 dark brown or black bands on its back. It is non-venomous and rarely seen. Bad wolf, Lycodon striatus. It has a glossy blackish brow back with white or yellow cross bands that widen at the sides to enclose a white spot. It feeds on lizards and frogs and is non-venomous. Striped keelback, Amphiesma stolatum. It has a slender body which is brownish with black patches. It has distinct two ribbon-like yellow bands running from neck to tip of tail. It is non-venomous and feeds on snail, frogs and rodents. Venomous. Spectacled cobra, Naja naja. It is a large snake, brown-black or grayish, and has a distinct hood which shows two eye rings which are joined by band, giving the appearance of a spectacle. It is venomous and aggressive when disturbed and displays the hood. Rat snake, Tyus mucosa. It is a long snake and the color varies from yellow to brown and has a long body tail with a band. It has no hood and is non-venomous. I harbor a variety of mammals as well, like the Indian fruit bat, Cynopterus sphinx, It is a small bat with a grey-brown color. The collar is reddish. The wings are large. They roost singly or in groups, upside down, and find their way around by echolocation. Indian porcupine. Hystrix indica. It is the common and largest porcupine of India. Covered, long, black and white quills. When they sense danger, these porcupines erect the quills on its back and rattle its tail. Indian palm squirrel. Funambulus palmarum. It is a small mammal with brown upper body and is grayish on the lower side, 3 light yellow stripes on the upper side of its body. Has a bushy tail, which it keeps jerking. It feeds on fruits and nuts. The common birds that one can see around in the campus land are the common myna, Acridotherus tristis. It has a brown-black color with white patches on the sides. The legs and beak are yellow. Eye has a distinct patch. The flocks are common on the ground. Green bee-eater, Merops orientalis. It's a small-sized green bird with a head washed with a coppery tinge and pale greenish blue throat. Bee-eaters predominantly eat flying insects, especially bees and wasps, which are caught in the air by sallies from an open perch. Purple rumped sunbird, Nectarinia zeylonica. It is a very small bird feeding on flowers for nectar with a distinctly curved beak which it uses like a straw to feed on nectar. Black drongo, Dicrurus macrocircus. It is a small, dainty black bird with deeply forked tail. These insectivorous birds are found in usually open forests or bush, sitting on wire or lampposts, and seen constantly flitting to feed on insects. Red-vented bulbul, Pycnonotus caffer. It's a small grayish-brown bird with a short crest, giving the head a squarish appearance. The rump is white while the vent is red and a white-tipped tail. Oriental magpie robin, Copsychus saularis. It is a small black bird with a white belly, keeps its tail cocked while perching. Indian robin, Saxicoloidus fulicata. It's a small bird with the males black and females brown, but is all black with an orange rump. Eurasian golden oriole, Oriolus oriolus. It's a medium-sized stout bird with a distinctive sunshine golden yellow feathers on both upper and lower side, with black wings and tail which has yellow feathered tip. Coppersmith barbet, Megalima hemacephala. It's a small bird, green with yellow throat and red forehead and chest. It is common and makes characteristic sharp metallic call, tuk tuk sounds. They are mainly fruit-eating. Common hoopie, Eupupa epops. It is a medium-sized bird, reddish-brown in color with white and black stripes on the wings. It has fan-shaped crest and has a long beak. Domestic pigeon, Columba livia. It is a gray-colored bird and has black stripes on the wings and a light shining green neck. It is very common and is seen resting on buildings. It feeds on seeds. Asian quail, Eudynamis scolopacia. The female has brown color with white-yellow pattern on the body and wings. They have a distinct red eye, often heard calling coo in the mornings. Common kingfisher, Alcedo ateus. It is small in size and has brightly colored feathers on the upper side and orange feathers on the lower side. It has white feathers on the neck and below the eyes on the sides. They consume fish, usually caught by scooping down from a perch. White-headed babbler, Turdoides affinis. It is a medium-sized bird, grayish-brown with yellow beak. It is found in scrub cultivation and garden land and on the roadside. Rose-ringed parakeet, Citicula crameri. It is a medium-sized bird with a fresh bright green feathers and a rose-colored ring around the neck. Its beak is prominently curved and is red in color. It feeds on fruits and it flies in flocks. Common oira, Aegythina typhia. It is a small bird in bright colors. Females are yellowish. They are easily detected on high branches from its loud whistles and melodious call. Spotted owlet, Athene brahma. It is a small bird and has gray-colored feathers with white spots on the upper side. The lower side feathers are white with brown-gray colored spots. It has yellow ring around the eyes. It nests in a hole in a tree or building. When disturbed from their daytime sight, they bob their head and stare at intruders. Grey partridge, Francolinus pondiceriumus. It is a brown, medium-sized, stout bird, seen scampering at the roadside. Has dark brown on the upper side and light brown on the lower side. Makes a sound, pukie-joo, pukie-joo. House crow, Corvus splendens. It is very common in houses, gardens, and on wires. Feathers are black, but neck is grey in color. Beak is strong and black. Makes caw caw call. Munia, Lonchura punctulata. It's a small gregarious bird with dark brown feathers on the upper side and lower side is light brown with dark spots. They have stubby bills, stalk body and long tail. It feeds mainly on seeds, on the ground or on reeds and grasses. Wagtail, Motaxilla madiraspentensis. It is a small slender bird with black feathers, distinct with white belly and white patch on the wing border, with long tails which they wag frequently. Ashy wood swallow, Artamus fuscus. It is very often seen sitting on the power lines. This small grey bird is characterized by its short fluttering flights. Spotted dove, Streptopelia chinensis. It is a small dove and is brownish red in color and has a long tail. It has a black and white dots around the neck. Great horned owl, Bubo virginianus. Its color varies. The adults have a reddish brown to grayish black face, and it has a white or grayish patch on the throat. They have large, staring, yellow-orange eyes. The name is due to a tuft of feathers shaped like a horn. It makes a low-pitched but a loud call, hoo, 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 hoo. I have indeed had a glorious past. I have nurtured so many bright minds. Students and scholars have left my portals and gone on to establish themselves in their chosen fields successfully. I see a brighter future as I become more and more inhabitable with enhanced diversity setting on my land.